Guys, good evening. It's Angelo, Christian Financial. Thank you so much for watching our podcast, Real Estate Insider, Where America Goes for Funding. Call or text our office, 832-431-6331. You're a nationwide commercial and residential lender, specializing in hard money, commercial, fix and flip, ground-up construction, no-doc loans. We really do all different types of financing. Whether you're looking for bridge financing, investor loans, multifamily. We have all different types of financing packages here. We'd love to hear from you. We're open 7 days a week too. You can call or text our office. They got some of the best interest rates right now in the market. Low fixed rates. We got, asset-based loans, credit-based loans, conventional. We have non-QM. We'd love to hear from you guys. So please reach out to us. We've been actively lending in America now for over 2 decades. We do commercial loans, bridge loans, private loans. We lend nationwide. We don't have any loan limits. So the biggest loan we ever funded was up to $302 million. So just depending on whether you're a developer, an investor, you're trying to build your own primary residence, we'd love to hear from you. We got a lot of different stuff we're going to be talking about tonight to be able to help you guys and give you the information. And obviously, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask those questions down below. In the chat box, if you need any help with anything, whether it's credit, real estate lending. We've been actively lending for over 2 decades and funded over $2 billion in loans. So we like to think that we know a little bit about the space and what we're talking about when it comes to helping you. So the Federal Reserve is on a rampage to raise interest rates. You've seen that, but there's still huge amount off the man. Jay, interest rates are almost $5,000 a month. That's a good question. We get that. Hey, Dandy, I spoke to you a couple months ago. You were supposed to be calling back and never heard back. Okay, I'm not sure who you spoke to, Dandy, but definitely reach back out to us. Call or text us tomorrow so we can get on the same page and discuss it with you to see what you're doing. You can reach out to us at 832-431-6331. Then we can talk about it with you to see what's going on and how we can help you out. So going back to your question about the interest rates at all-time highs and $5,000 a month, this is what I'll say. Because it's not just mortgage rate. Thank you, Dandy. So it's not just mortgage rates that are going up. Rent's going up. Credit card rates are going up. Food's going up. Okay. Whiskey's going up. So everything's going up in price, right? So the thing is this, and I say that to say this, that if you find a property that you like, and you think it's a good property and long term it's going to be worth a lot of money, buy it, right? Because later on you can always refinance the property. You're not married to it. You're not married to the rate. You're married to the property, right? You want the property. That's what matters. School districts, amenities, location. Some people got to move because their lease is up and their landlord sold their house. It's happened to many people, right? Well, if you don't like the property or it's not a good deal, then don't do it. But don't think that your other cost of living is not going to go up either, because it is. You're in an inflationary period. It's a global, pandemic. So, but you can always refinance. Rates will go back down. I don't know when, but they will. And then your payment will go back down. But if you find a great property, because I'll tell you what, property prices are coming down, not everywhere, but in a lot of places. So if you scoop up a good deal, it's worth it. But the bottom line, if you don't get a good deal, then it's not worth it. Yeah. I don't know how you got to 5K a month on 350. That sounds really high. So I don't know the details of what you were quoted. But we got to look at it and see. I got to look at the numbers and see what you're trying to do. 5,000 a month or 350 doesn't sound right. Usually you pay 1% of the value. So your payment shouldn't be more than $3,500 a month. So I got to see what you're doing and look at your file and see what's going on. Yeah, New York is very expensive too, but there's also other options that you can do. There's 2-1 buy down for the first 2 years. The interest rate's lower. So let's say the rate starts at 6%. For the first year, the rate's 4%. And the second year, the rate goes to 5%. You can also do an ARM loan, a 5-year fixed. A 5-year fixed, the interest rate's cheaper in the first 5 years, and then it kind of gets you going, a more affordable rate, and then later on you can refinance. I think that we're going to be out of this mess with the high rates within the next 12 to 18 months. I don't see it lasting 5 years or something. I could be wrong. Hey Norma. Hi Norma, do y'all make a HELOC loan with an I-10 number? I wish that they could do that, Norma. Sadly they do not, but we can definitely make a mortgage to you. We can do a mortgage on an I-10 loan, a 30-year fix or a bridge loan, but not a HELOC. Sadly, that market doesn't exist. Okay. Well, let's talk about it. 8% sounds a little high on the rate. Maybe we can get that down to 6% or something to help you to save some money. I don't know. I don't know what you have, what's going on. I got to talk to you about it. I'm not trying to quote you or anything. I'm just saying 8% sounds a little steep. We might be able to get you a better, or maybe interest-only loan or a different loan, or a buy-down loan, or some lower rate option to help you out. Another thing you can do is what you see right now. They do a lot in California, and really where they're starting to do a lot all over the country. Oh, okay. You're trying to do a construction loan. Yeah. You might be able to get a little bit better rate than that. I got to look at it and see. The other thing is what I was going to say. You might want to see if you can lease a part of the house out. Maybe if you're doing a construction loan. What I was going to say earlier is do like an additional dwelling unit. A lot of people, what they're doing is they're adding an extra room, and they're converting the garage, or adding an additional unit, leasing it out for $1,000 to $2,000 a month to help pay for the mortgage, maximizing their square footage to help to pay for the cost of living. Now, I'm not saying that you need to do that, but a lot of people are doing that as an offset. Maybe bring in a co-signer or a co-borrower or someone else to help you with the income. And again, I'm just providing solutions, right? I'm a solution-oriented guy. I'm not negative. I don't look at the downside. I look at the positive, optimistic, realistic, to try to figure it out. Then you can always try to, and obviously the best thing to do is always try to increase your income. I've always tried to play offense my whole life and boost my income as much as I can. Because like I said, it's not just mortgage rates that are going, rent's going up. Rent's gone up ridiculous. So, but you can see what happens. I'm betting, realistically soon that rates will go back down. Yeah, that's right. I agree with you, man. For me, if it was me, I'd try to focus on trying to increase my income. That's what I've done my whole life, my whole career. So, and I'm not trying to make excuses or be easy and say things are easier on time. It's times are tough right now. I'm not saying it's not, but you will find some great deals. I've seen, and we funded a lot of foreclosures recently, and a lot of great deals with private no-doc loans, asset-based loans, bridge loans, fix and flip loans. A lot of people are doing Airbnb stuff right now too, and we fund all those different type of transactions. So if you see those type of opportunities where you can buy a property that's 50, 60, 70 cents on the dollar, yeah, you're going to pay a higher rate, but you got a ton of equity in that property that one day you're going to be able to cash out. And where else can you get properties at that deep of a discount? You can't buy properties at 50, 60 cents on the dollar on the market. So you got to be thinking about, okay, yes, rates are high. We're in an inflationary economy, but that means that there's opportunities too. Like Warren Buffett said, if there's blood on the streets, you invest. There's opportunities too, and you got to look for those opportunities and seize them. And I'm no master guru Warren Buffett. I'm just saying that when there's a downside, there's always an upside too, and you got to look for the upside. For example, if that house is costing you $350 to build, is it worth $500? Hey, Patrick. The 50,000 income. You could probably afford a house around 200,000, and yeah, they may not work for you. So you may need to get a co-signer or a co-borrower. We got to take a look at it and see. I mean, yes, loan amounts that you qualify for are a function of income, unless it's a rental property. Best areas of return are probably, in my opinion, private lending, investing in notes, buying mortgages, commercial mortgages. You can get 13 to 20% returns guaranteed on real estate and have a first lien mortgage at a low loan to value of 50, 60%. So that's the best area that I think. And that's what we mostly do with our private and commercial loans, is we sell those to investors. For example, let's say we fund a $500,000 property. We'll probably make a loan for $300,000. So we have $200,000 of equity. We'll pay the investor a 13% return. Where else can you get 13%? Banks are paying 5%, and it's guaranteed by the first lien on the property. So, solid return, and you're such a low loan to value that if a loan goes in default, you can just take the property and sell it on the market and make profit when you sell the property. So those are the best returns, I think, for real estate investors. Oh, sorry. Yeah, if you made $100,000, you should be able to buy a house around $500,000. And I know still that doesn't get you much in New York, but we got to look at it and see. The other thing is, if you buy a multifamily, you might be able to go to $600,000. Because the extra units, you get credit for the extra units for the rental income. So that's another thing too that you can do. Look at doing a 2-family or a 3-family, because you can get that extra income on those properties. Just something to think about. So, anyway, basically what I'm seeing for the rest of the year, I think it's going to be somewhat. Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for reaching out. I think it's going to be somewhat of a flat market. The rates will start to go down. I think by second quarter of 2024, rates are going to go down by about 1%, is my prediction. I don't think we're going to crash. I don't see us going into a deep recession. I think the economy is going to be okay. I think that things will kind of normalize in the next 12 months. So, again, I could be wrong. I don't have a crystal ball. Nobody knows for sure. That's my hunch. I hope that when we look back next summer that, rates are lower and housing picks up. But keep in mind, you guys don't forget this, that when rates were at 3%, home prices were 20% higher. So when rates go down, demand goes up. So you are going to see home prices go back up. Commercial real estate is going to go back up. It's not going to stay where it's at right now. So this is this seesaw game that we play. So, the house that's $300,000 right now is probably going to go up to $375,000. So net on net, with a higher rate, your monthly payment's going to be the same. So just you can't think about that. Okay, if rates go down, home prices are going to stay where they're at, because that's not going to happen. So, that's why, one of my favorite products that I really love a lot is the first lien HELOC. We do a program called the first lien HELOC where you can get a line of credit. Right, house prices are dropping, you're right. So first lien HELOC is a very strong loan where you can get a line of credit on your whole property. So there is no mortgage, it's just a line of credit. So we replace the mortgage with a credit line. It's a 20-year credit line, 30-year amortization. You pay interest only. There's no escrow. There's no PMI. You can do it on a primary residence. You can do it on a second home investment property. It's an awesome program. You can pay the loan off as fast as you want. And you can borrow from it just like a credit card. It comes with a checking account. And it's a really, really cool product. And I highly recommend you look at the first lien HELOC. We offer it. If you want more information on the first lien HELOC, call or text our office, 832-431-6331. We'd love to talk to you about the first lien HELOC. So that's a great program. Or we have second lien HELOCs. Maybe you don't want a first lien. Maybe you have a mortgage right now and you want to get a line of credit behind your first mortgage. We can give you a second lien HELOC. That's another option. Or maybe you want to build. We also offer construction loans. You can do a land and home package, either on a barn dominium, manufactured home, jumbo home loan. You want to build your dream house. We offer one-time closed construction. You can buy your land and build your house. That's a great program. Just depending on what you want to do. Or maybe you have rental properties that you want to close in your LLC. We have investor lines of credit or investor blanket loans where if you want to put all the loans on your portfolio and close in your LLC. That's why I think for investors, it's not really a good idea to close in your personal name. It's better to close in your LLC, your company, to reduce the risk on you and put the risk on your company. And we offer investor blanket loans, investor portfolio, investor no-doc. So, thank you. Yeah, I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Yeah, in Texas and Florida, a lot of the houses have pools because it gets so hot. Like today, it got like at 109. So, during the summer, we have to go in the pool to cool down. So, and we do a lot of swimming because it gets too hot in Texas. Or I think maybe in New York, you guys get very cold. We get very bad summers and it gets very hot. Yeah, just look at online the heat temperatures in Texas and Florida. It's very hot. And it's also very humid. So, You'll always be drinking iced tea or cold water and looking for a pool to swim in because it gets too hot. And you know, we have loans where you can get, like for example, you're looking to buy your house, you can add a pool loan to it. We have pool loans too. If you want to add a pool to your loan for your house, we could look at adding a pool loan to your mortgage for your house too. So we can do home improvement loans. We do home improvement loans as well. So if we can help you with that, let us know. We'd be happy to talk to you about that too. So, you know, we've been lending nationwide for over 2 decades. You know, please, you know, call or text us if we can help you with any type of funding. We're open 7 days a week. You know, you can check us out on our Instagram, Official Angelo Christian, our YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, obviously, our website, Official Angelo Christian. If we can do anything for you, please reach out to us. We have 3 shows to go out every week, and they're live once a week. So really appreciate all of you guys watching the show and the channel. I hope that you're getting good value out of it. Look forward to talking to you again soon. Thank you so much for watching Angelo Christian Financial. We'll be back again next week. Take care and peace out. Bye-bye.